Hello everyone, it's Georgie here, Customer Success Manager at Lumina Intelligence. I am so excited to bring you your first piece of content from the Insights Academy for 2024, and I think it's probably one of my favourites yet. So we are bringing you 4 slides of dynamic data per product. So that's for our eating and drinking out panel, our convenience tracking programme, and also our menu tracker, which will be available for you to use through the My Dashboards button on your client portal. I'm going to talk you through some of the slides that you'll have access to and how you can filter them to your customers and categories and make them super bespoke to you. As always, if you've got any questions about any of the slides, please do click on my name to get in touch, and there'll also be an email from hello@comms.lumina-intelligence.com, which will have all the details of where you can access these slides in your My Dashboards. Brill. So let's start with our eating and drinking out panel. So as I said, we've got 4 really super dynamic slides for you. The first is some channel KPIs. You've always got instructions at the top of each slide to help you navigate, so you can filter to a channel of your choice, for example. And what you're going to see is you're going to see the latest KPIs, penetration, frequency and spend for the given time period. You've also got a waterfall chart down here and a tooltip to explain how it shows you the increase and decrease in occasions versus the previous month. We've also got some operator KPIs and consumer value for you. So what this will show you is for your chosen channel and the operator, how many occasions there have been in the given time period, what the weighted spend is, and the penetration. So this is showing you that Wetherspoons has 29% of the pubs and bars market. You've got, again, some instructions up here, and you've also got the consumer value, which is super useful for seeing exactly the value that the consumer that's engaged with your channel or brand brings, and it can offer insight into possible opportunities to push those targets, as you can see here in the tooltip. You've then got some information around demographics. So here we're looking at the pubs and bars channel, but again, you've got the flexibility to change that, and it will show you all of the operators within and where they sit on a metric of age versus average income, which can be really useful for pinpointing sort of the types of consumers across the channel and whereabouts they sit. You've also got information on the number of occasions by age group, which is really useful as well for getting a more kind of specific consumer profile. And then your last slide for the eating drinking out panel is around psychographics. So again, you've got these filters here where you can change your operator, and you can also just look at a specific psychographic. So let's say if you wanted to just look at the very brand-led consumers, you can see how this has changed. Now we go on to the convenience tracking program, and we can look at some of the slides that we've got again. So similarly, we've got some channels and some sub-channel KPIs. Again, you've always got that flexibility of changing the channel, and you can also add the option of adding in a forecourt average, for example, from the sub-channel. You've also got the opportunity to change the week ending as well, which is really useful. You've also then got a category snapshot for really drilling down into your specific retailers and categories of interest. So you can change the key account, for example, to look at the co-op. And then you could also look at your category of choice as well, and you'll get the information such as trip spend, basket size, frequency, and who the shopper is. Then you've got some more category specifics. So again, you can choose your category. So we could go into confectionery and we could look at sugar, for example, or we could just look at total market. And what you're going to see is actually the share of pack size in the latest 12-week ending. So you can see which kind of formats are most popular, and then also brand purchase share. And then we've got our emissions chart. So again, you can select a channel or a retailer of choice, and you can see which emissions have the largest share and how that has changed from the most recent 12-week to the 12-week period last year. So you can see there for Costcutter a massive increase in food to go emissions. And finally, menu tracker. So going into our menu tracker slides, we've got some price tracking by channel, brand and course. Again, as always, you've got that opportunity to change through the filters. You've got some information on the product brand, and this is for food categories. So for example, you could select a month of your choice. Let's say we wanted to look just at December, and then you could also choose your channel. and you can see the most popular brand names listed on menus. Then you've got a piece around NPD analysis, which is really useful for seeing the kind of amount of new items and how they're priced versus items that have been consistently on menus. And again, you've got that flexibility via the filters to look at this over time. And last but not least, you've got some information around dietary tracking. So we can select some data periods, we can select a channel of our choice, and we could even select a specific course, and we can look for those data periods, how many items on menus are specifically gluten-free, vegan, etc. And you can look at how that's increased or decreased over time. So now that all-important information on how do you actually get your hands on all of this data. So all of you should have a login to this client portal and should know that going through My Dashboards will take you into our where we host our data tools. So if you click into My Dashboards, all we need to do as usual is navigate to the public folder, which is via here, the Explorer. I will say that very shortly we will have a super bespoke landing page for you so that when you log on, you will see a tab that's called the Insights Academy, and it will be super easy to access the content directly from the homepage. But for now, you need to go into the Explorer, and then you can go into your public folder where you'll usually access your data tools, and you can see here there'll be a folder called Insights Academy. Now when you click into that, you'll see as many folders as you buy into. So if you buy CTP, EDOP and Menu Tracker, you'll have access to all three sets of slides. If you just get CTP, then again you'll have access to just the CTP slides. So you can go in here and then you'll see, and you just click View Presentation, and there you go. You can start manipulating the data and also exporting the slide via the burger menu up here by just pressing print.